Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the heavyweight championship of the world. Please welcome the boxers as they make their way to the ring. First, here is the challenger, number 3 ranked contender from Miami by way of Cuba, introducing Luis King Kong Ortiz.
Luis King Kong Ortiz, 38 years of age, over 300 amateur fights. He can become the first Cuban to win the heavyweight championship of the world. He feels that this is his moment. He said, "This is my time. I've had my fair share of ups and downs in my career, but I'm going to prove the naysayers wrong." The sports books in Las Vegas have Ortiz as a 3.5 to 1 underdog. Ortiz doesn't pay attention to that. I've heard about the camp with Herman Casado, that this is the best that Luis Ortiz has looked. In camp, he is focused, he's determined, he's ready to go. He's known as King Kong. Well, can he conquer Deontey Uайлдер here tonight at Barclays Center? Luis Ortiz. And now back to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
And now making his way to the ring, escorted by Brooklyn native and renowned recording artist Lil Kim. Here is the defending heavyweight champion of the world, the bronze bomber, Deontey Uайлдер.
And here is Deontey Uайлder.
Y'all see what's going on? Y'all see what's going on, right?
Lyrically, I just look off like that. Hit hard like slang. With that black grip, I am my top cluster. Freak bitch, supreme bitch. Killing the for my bitch. Murder scene bitch, clean bitch. Disease free bitch.
Not playing no game.
Yeah. Brooklyn, we in the building. The champ is here.
What's up?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
There you see Little Kim with him, bringing him out to the ring.
New single out everywhere. Deontey Uайлder, we ain't playing with him.
Don't fuck with it.
Y'all see what's going on?
Bottom so spicy. It's like this red pepper stuck to
This
the bottom.
probably
Pull up in the dump. Spice.
this probably gonna last longer than the fight.
I see why I'm so icy. Wait till you come through, it gets spicy. You know, it's spicy.
Hey!
You know, my bitches be spicy.
Look at this entrance for Deontey Uайлdер
Bottom so spicy.
as Little Kim walks into the ring.
Brooklyn!
Shit's real. He got ADD, can make him sit still. You don't know how this good
He's led to the ring by his trainer, Mark Breland, and JD's as well. Deontey Uайлder steps inside the ring as he makes his way up the steps. He is the bronze bomber. A 97% knockout percentage for Deontey Uайлder. Can he elevate his record to 40-0 and get closer to potential unification in the heavyweight division? We're moments away from the main event.
New single out right now. Called Space, Little Kim. Let's go.
Lay that pussy, then let it saute. Then I sprinkle on it like a sauce. Jerks and getting chicken so they hot sauce. You dripping whack juice, boy, it's not sauce. Stop hyping up.
And now let's take a look at our tail of the tape for our main event of the evening. evening. There you see that Ortiz, 6 years older, the reach advantage clearly in the favor of Deontei Uайлдер. And now, let's take a look at the rules. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Referee or the doctor can stop the fight, and the fight is official after 4 rounds have been completed. It's the heavyweight championship of the world on the line here in Brooklyn at Barclays Center. The electricity is at a fever pitch. And now we will turn it over once again to our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr., for the introductions.
We stepping in hotter this year, and they ain't gonna like it. They gonna be spicy.
You know my niggas spicy. You know my bitches be spicy. Turkey red bottom so spicy. The team lit, everything we do spicy.
And there you see Deontei Uайлдер. Relaxed. And now here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Don't be a fool, it's what the fifth say. I'm crushing these bitches like it's a Wednesday. Skirt, skirt, that's what the race do. Inside, why you got...
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by DeBella Entertainment, TGB Promotions, and Showtime. Sponsored by Casa Noble Tequila, the Noble Pursuit, and Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the president Mauricio Sulaiman, the supervisor Sir Charles Giles, along with the New York State Athletic Commission. Introducing our judges scoring from ringside. From Connecticut, Glenn Feldman. From New York, Kevin Morgan. And also from New York, Carlos Ortiz Jr. And introducing our third man in the ring, our referee in charge is David Fields. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, it's showtime! Introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with green trim, fighting out of Miami, Florida by way of Camagüey in Cuba. He weighed in at 241 1/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 28 wins, no losses, 2 no decisions, and 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, the former interim title holder and the current WBC #3 heavyweight in the world, tonight looking to become the first Cuban-born heavyweight world champion, introducing the undefeated Luis King Kong Ortiz. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gold, green, and black trunks, and hailing from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He weighed in at a trim and ready 214 3/4 pounds. Here is the 2008 Olympic bronze medalist who has knocked out every opponent he has faced in the professional ranks, with a record of 39 wins, no losses, 38 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight he is making the 7th defense of his title. Please welcome the hard-hitting and undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Bronze Bomber, introducing Deontei Uайлдер. Once again, a referee in charge, David Fields, now to give instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, we're scheduled about 12 rounds for the heavyweight championship. We're going over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Deontei Uайлдер looking to make his 7th successful title defense. Standing in his way is his most difficult opponent, that man, Luis King Kong Ortiz, who's trying to make history and become the first Cuban-born heavyweight to win the heavyweight championship of the world. But will Deontei Uайлдер get closer to what he hopes will be heavyweight unification? We're underway. Ortiz is a southpaw, Uайлдер conventional.
Watch your feet.
Uайлдер with the reach. Uайлдер looking to measure Ortiz with his jab. This fight was supposed to happen November 4th, but now it is occurring here in 2018. And look at the front feet as well, because they are both, with Ortiz being a southpaw and Uайлdер being conventional. You think that with the veteran mindset of Ortiz, he may want to step or try to step on the foot of Uайлдер to try to gain some leverage, and Uайлdер looks at him and smiles. In the corner of Deontei Uайлdер, Brooklyn native, former world champion and Olympic gold medalist Mark Breland. For Lуиса Ортиса, Herman Caicedo, and they've said that they've had a wonderful camp and that Ortiz is in the best shape of his life, even at 38 years of age. A shot to the abdomen by Lуис Ортис, and Ortiz looking to send that straight left. Uайлдер wants to prove those that are naysayers and finish off Lуис Ортис in grand fashion. Ortiz doesn't like that people have called him old, but he said it is his moment. Halfway home, round 1. Stepping inside with that straight left is Ortiz. Uайлdер hasn't been throwing the jab out with as much frequency. He's probably worried about being countered by Lуис Ортис. One minute left. That jab comes up, but wait for that right hand by Deontei Uайлдер. It is an eraser. It has hurt many fighters. 97% knockout percentage for Uайлдер. Ortiz seems to be very relaxed in there, and he's trying to step on the foot of Uайлdер. Big straight left hand that connects there. Almost, it was partially a glancing blow by Ortiz. Uайлder looking for his opening. Figure at the end of this round, Uайлdер may want to throw that right hand. He has done so in the past, especially at the tail end of rounds. And jab comes in, an exchange, and Uайлdер backs up. Round 1 in the books.
He's trying to push it to the left. Use that stiff jab, pop the jab, after the pop jab, say 1, 2. Sit right there.
¿ok? Bonito. Sigue ahí.
Beautiful,
Cuidadito.
beautiful. Stay there.
No le hagas tanto movimiento, ¿sabes?
Not so much
Cuídate de esa
movement.
recta, ya la viste.
You already
Ya
see
la
what he
viste,
has.
¿ok? Bien, ¿todo bien?
Everything
Okay.
good?
Arriba y abajo y el coladito.
I want you to go up and down. Round number 2, there you see the lovely Samantha. Here joining us at Barclays Center. Round 2, this one's scheduled for 12. I don't know if it'll go 12, but that is what the schedule of this heavyweight championship matchup is for. Wilder sending out that jab, and Mark really was telling him, I want more of the jab, I want a stiff jab. That's what was not present in round 1 for Deontei Uайлдер. He's using it now as a rangefinder, and pointing away is Ortiz. Uайлдер needs to extend that jab and get full leverage behind it. There we see Uайлдер unleashing that jab. Now Uайлдер is moving around the ring as Ortiz trying to cut off the ring. Uайлdер was thinking about throwing that right hand, but pulled back. Difference of over 25 pounds. Uайлdер weighed in. And a big straight left, but that was a trip. That was a trip. He fell. That was not a punch. 214. That was a trip by Luis Ortiz. And now Uайлdер goes back with the offensive, and Ortiz retaliates with a straight left. Uайлdер thought he had Ortiz hurt, but Ortiz quickly answered that. Just over the midway point of round 2. Uайлdер sends out that jab, but partially blocked, and Ortiz has done a very good job of parrying away, blocking that jab from getting through, as Uайлder's sort of throwing it out there lazily. Now he backs up. He's so athletic as Deontei Uайлdер, trying to settle into a rhythm. But Ortiz, this is in terms of the tempo that he wants to fight at. And a straight left, partially glancing shot on the body of Uайлdер. Very technical is Luis Ortiz. A straight left to the body of Deontei Uайлdер. And Ortiz, I think we're seeing that the game plan is to take away the legs and the athleticism of Uайлdер. And it is attacking the body of the 32-year-old from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Uайлdер threw that laser straight right hand, barely getting out of the way, was Ortiz. That could have changed things significantly. It has in the past. Big right hand there, and that's for Uайлdер, and that ends the second. The action heating up here in Brooklyn. And we'll take a look at the slip as we see Ortiz. He went forward. He just kind of went to his feet, went to the canvas. I think it was because of a punch. I think he got his feet tangled up, but you really didn't see when his feet got tangled. And here's going back. There's that straight left right there on the body of Uайлдер as Uайлdер with his back on the turnbuckle. Look at the look that Uайлdер gave Ortiz when Ortiz connected with that. But here's Uайлdер now with that hook and then that wild clubbing right hand. And Uайлdер smiling as I say, okay, now this is what I enjoy. Mark Breland giving the motion to Deontei Uайлdер to keep his hand up as that straight left comes from Luis Ortiz. Round 3 scheduled for 12. Ray Flores joining ringside here at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. The heavyweight championship of the world is on the line between the champion Deontei Uайлdер and the challenger Luis Ortiz. Using it as a rangefinder is, and look at Uайлdер with some theatrics, bringing back like in a samurai stance was Uайлdер, and he pops Ortiz with the jab. Both both are family men. They have daughters with some health issues. Both proud family men. Uylder threw a straight right hand, but it missed. And Ortiz coming forward. Luis Ortiz, I wonder if he's going to go back to that body attack. He did target the body, and there's that straight left hand on the abdomen of Uylder. Man known as King Kong, looking to wreak havoc upon Deontei Uylder and hand him his first defeat. For Uylder, he's looking to give the first blemish to Luis Ortiz, straight left for Ortiz. Ortiz now bouncing around. Uylder still hasn't been able to find a home for that jab. When he throws it out, Ortiz is in proper position. There's the jab to the stomach of Ortiz. 80 seconds left, round 3. And the fans booing, they want to see more action, but look, this is any one wasted motion or any, even a half mistake can cost either the fight. They're both sort of throwing out those jabs lazily, but not connecting. Uylder looking to land that straight right hand that has catapulted him to 6 successful title defenses.
Let his head go, let his head go.
They're both lazily playing with that jab. Ortiz looking to come on the inside, but anytime Ortiz steps it up, Uylder goes backwards, and now he's looking to come forward is Uylder. A straight left that misses by Ortiz. Very difficult rounds to score if you're the judges. Uylder threw a straight right hand, but way out of the way was Luis Ortiz.
No trates ahí, pero tienes que mantenerte ocupado. Porque mira,
You need to
lo
keep
que es
occupied.
ahí calladito entre ustedes dos que no se dan.
And there you see Ortiz's daughter, and she's saying, "Papi, come on, Papi." That's what, in Spanish, Papi is dad. It's Papa. The lovely daughter of Luis Ortiz. Ringside here, hoping to see her father make history and become the first Cuban-born fighter to become a heavyweight world champion.
Prepares el swing arriba y el voladito arriba, ¿ok? Empieza a usar estas dos manos abajo, tapadito, subes con swing y subes con volado.
Like,
¿okay?
I want you to go
Él está esperando ese
use both
machete
hands,
arriba,
go to
¿ok?
the body, and then I
Dale,
want you to come
hazme caso,
upstairs.
las dos manitos abajo, termina con swing y volado.
Start at the bottom, start at the body, and then come upstairs, finish up top. Round 4, this one's scheduled for 12. Don't forget that Deontei Uylder started late against Gerald Washington. The end of the fight against Washington in the 5th round, so Wilder's no stranger to, he can start fast, he can also start late. Just all depends on the opponent. And also Uylder has had some issues when it comes to dealing with southpaws, especially a southpaw that has the background. Big right hand there by Deontei Uylder, with the amateur background and the experience of Luis Ortiz. And for Uylder, it did, and as we mentioned, it took him 9 rounds to finish off Arthur Spuke, and he did that in spectacular fashion here at Barclays Center. That was in January of 2016, 2 years ago. Now Uylder, his confidence starting to grow a little bit. You're starting to see him throw out more of a stiff jab, harder punches, sitting down on his shots. And for Ortiz, will his conditioning come into play as we get towards the middle rounds? And Uylder pounds his chest as to say, come on, let's fight. Approaching 100 seconds here in the 4th. And Ortiz is coming forward, throwing that lazy jab out there, but he's not listening to his corner, Herman Caicedo, about attacking the body and then coming upstairs. Wilder's trying to time Ortiz. And a big straight left hand there by Ortiz. Uylder is looking to time Ortiz, but anytime Ortiz throws a jab, he brings that left hand right back up top to try to block the right hand. A big straight left hand, best punch of the fight for Lуис Ортис on Уайлдер. Under a minute left here in the fourth. If you're Uylder, you want to stay away from the ropes because Ortiz has a ton of power, 80% knockout percentage. Ortiz looking to cut off the ring. Uylder going backwards, but he still has that laser straight right hand that if it lands clean, who knows what can happen. Straight left that lands for Ortiz. Followed by the jab. Ortiz gaining control around here as we approach the end of the fourth. Another big straight left hand by Ortiz. Uylder pushes him off from David Fields, separates them. 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth. That's the end of the fourth round. A left hook by Uylder to end the fourth round. Let's take a look at some of the work here from the fourth. There we see the jab followed by that big right hand, and Ortiz took it. I don't know of many people that have been able to take that, a punch of that nature from Deontei Uайлдер. And here we see the work from Lуис Ортис. Throws the jab, gets the attention of Uylder, and then there's that straight left right there on the head of Uylder. And there's the angle as Uylder was kind of going backwards, off balance. Round 5.
Check us out.
Here at Barclays Center, Lуис Ортис looks fresh. Well, so far, the age has not caught up to the man known as King Kong. Using the jab to the body is Ortiz. Uylder needs to find, and he connected with that straight right hand, and I wonder if that plays in his mind a little bit because he landed it pretty clean and Ortiz took it well. But Uylder's got to be thinking, if I get him again, I could bring an end to the fight because of the kind of destructive punching power that he has. Ray Flores ringside here at Barclays Center. Deontei Uylder looking to make his 7th successful title defense. Big right hand by Uylder, but Ortiz answers with the counter. And now Ortiz boxing on his toes, steps inside. Ortiz's confidence is starting to grow as the fight moves on. Now he steps inside with a jab to the body, followed by a straight left. And Ortiz is trying to bring the fight to Uylder. Uylder's going to have to get Ortiz off of him. I wonder if Uylder's going to try to connect with the hook because there we see he threw the hook. It was one thing that they were working on in the open workouts because Ortiz, he'll throw that jab, he leaves himself open for a brief second. Uylder could counter with that left hook. But the jab hasn't been as abundant for Uylder and successful. And Ortiz throws a right hand, but it misses. 75 seconds left here in the fifth. Also, if you're Uylder, are you going to be luring Ortiz in? You may be trying to lure Lуис Ортис in and then connect with that straight right hand. Even throw a hook in and throw an uppercut, but that was blocked en route from Ortiz. This is the tempo and the pace in which Ortiz wants to fight. Coming in forward, right, what a shot there by Ortiz. And now the quarter of Ortiz is telling him, let your hands go. Big straight right hand by Uylder. And Uylder going on the offensive. Ortiz answers back. the heavyweight championship of the world. A big straight right hand, it wobbles Ortiz, and down goes Luis Ortiz for the first time in the fight. He has the eraser. Ortiz gets up, but for the first time, he has hit the canvas. And that's the end of the fifth. And Uайлдер says, I got him. And Ortiz is in a world of trouble.
Tranquilo. Tranquilo.
Look.
Put a towel around him. Tranquilito. Él va a salir como loco en este round,
Relax.
¿ok?
He's going to come
Ahí
out
te
like a crazy
descuidaste.
man in this round.
Ok, tranquilito, te descuidaste, tranquilo.
Really relaxed.
Mira, si vuelve a pasar, te me quedas abajo,
Look.
arrodíllate, ¿ok? Espera el conteo, no te me pares tan rápido. Te organizas.
Don't try to recover. And let's take a look at the replay. Here is the knockdown. It was that straight right hand followed by another one. Two right hands, and look at Uайлдер. The emotion. It's almost like he said, I finally got him. Look at it. Boom, right there, right on the nose. And then Uайлдер sees that he's hurt, that he's uneasy, and then boom! There is the right hand. Crashing to the canvas was Luis Ortiz. And look at the daughter of Luis Ortiz. She can merely bear to watch. And Deontey Uайлder is going to go as he always tries to do, and that is finish him off. But Luis Ortiz is extremely calculated and is still powerful. But 97% knockout percentage for Uайлder. Stepping inside with the jab is Ortiz. That is why Uайлder is one of the most dangerous power punchers, if not the most powerful puncher in the game today. And Uайлder cinching it up. He has it coiled. When is he going to strike with that straight right hand? It has put every foe that Uайлder's faced down. A big right hand, it wobbled Ortiz, and Ortiz now is just fighting on pure guts, but now he's trying to throw a straight left. It looked like Ortiz was hurt, but he may have been off balance. Another straight right hand, and another two right hands from the heavyweight champion of the world, Deontey Uайлder. As we mentioned, it took Uайлder some time to warm up against Spuka, against Washington, but when he gets going, he is so difficult to deal with inside that ring, which is why he's undefeated and making his seventh successful, or trying to make his seventh title defense here tonight. A left hook to the body by Uайлder. Uайлder looking for his opening, stepping inside with a straight left, partially blocked by Uайлder. It was a big round for Uайлder in the fifth with the knockdown. The corner of Ortiz urging him to please raise your hands. Do not get caught. A jab's coming. They both exchange jabs. Under a minute left here in the sixth. They want Ortiz to use the jab to close the distance. Because from this distance, this favors Uайлder's. You can tell he's thinking, looking for the opening. Advancing forward was Ortiz, but Uайлder got out of the way of a straight left. Straight left that was partially blocked by Uайлder. A left hook there, and another left hook by Uайлder, followed by a right hand. Uайлder has unbelievable power, but Ortiz, for the most part tonight, has shown a heck of a chin. Straight left that was blocked by Uайлder. And they both are swinging for the fences to end the sixth. High-level drama in New York City.
Good, good. Every round is a round he's getting weak. Feel good? You know what you're doing?
And here is some of the action from the sixth. There you see that straight right hand, boom. And you saw that Ortiz took it well, followed by a left hook, and they both were just sort of swinging for the fences. And this is later on in the round with Ortiz stepping inside and Uylder. They both ducking down underneath and trying to land big hooks. You have to love how much these guys want to finish off the other. Round 7, entering the second half of the fight. Here at Barclays Center, Ray Flores, Deontei Uylder, Luis Ортис, Uylder, the champion for over 3 years. Using the jab is Luis Ортис. And he lands that jab. It's been working for him in spurts for the 38-year-old out of Cuba. Jab by Uylder. If you're Uylder, you can't let Luis Ortiz really reassert himself. He's got to go and try to land another big shot to gain the attention of Ortiz. Ortiz, he isn't throwing and isn't sitting down in his punches as much as he did in the first couple rounds. We're seeing more arm punches out of Luis Ortiz. I don't know if that is a sign that he's tired. Straight right hand that found its mark for Uylder. Took that missed for Uylder. Deontei Uylder says after this fight, I want to get closer to unification and I want the winner Joshua and Parker. But first, we must pass the stern test of Luis Ortiz. 70 seconds remaining here in the 7th. A straight right hand. Again, that found its mark for Uylder. Ortiz isn't doing much. But Uylder looking for the opener, straight left that landed for Ortiz. If you're Uylder, you do not want to have your back against the ropes against this man. Straight right hand, down the middle, another one. They both land. Oh, and Ortiz, I think he has Uylder hurt. Uylder may be hurt. And now Ortiz on the offensive. And Uylder trying to tie up. 30 seconds left in the 7th. Uylder looks hurt. His eyes are wide open. Big right up by Ortiz. Ortiz trying to finish off Deontei Uylder. Uylder is hurt. He's trying to hold on. Can he do so for 15 seconds? Ortiz has Uylder hurt. And Uylder still upright. Ortiz trying to do everything to bring it into the 9 to Uylder. A big straight left. Dave Fields down. Final moments. That's the end of the 7th. Uylder is visibly shaken. Uylder, that is the most he's ever been hurt in his career. My goodness, was he shaken up. And here is how it all started. Uylder coming on the inside and bang, a right hook counter by Ortiz. And then Ortiz with a straight left. And Uylder started and another right hook there by Ortiz. And Uylder tying up. And now look at Ortiz. Came in, boom, right there. With Uylder is back on the ropes. And Uylder now there is water in the corner. And they have to go ahead and go to the corner and wipe it off. They're checking Deontei Uylder. I thought there was water in the corner, but they're checking Deontei Uylder. Round number 8. This one's scheduled for 12.
Let's go.
How hurt was Deontei Uylder? Because he seemed like he was almost out on his feet. But was he able to recover in between rounds? That is the kind of power that both men possess. Ortiz had been down in the fight. Wilder almost down. A big straight left by Ortiz. And Ortiz a big straight left again. Dave Fields watching the action. Another one. A jab to the body followed by a big straight left. A right hook by Ortiz. Wilder going backwards. Ortiz is trying to make history and become the first Cuban to win the heavyweight championship of the world. But back comes Wilder. Wilder throwing as well. 55 seconds have elapsed. Some straight left by Ortiz. Another one. Wilder backing up. He's shaking his head as to say, no, I'm okay. He may be uneasy. All right, a left hook by Wilder. Wilder may be uneasy, but at the end of the day, he's a fighter. He's the world champion, and you have to take the title from him, and Luis Ortiz knows he has to do that, which is why he's pressing Wilder. A right hook to the body, followed by right hook upstairs. The corner of Ortiz urging him to come forward. Does Ortiz have enough left to close out Deontei Uайлдер? What a straight left that connects by Luis Ortiz. A right hook to the body by Ortiz to Uайлдер. Dave Fields watching the action. A big straight left hand. 65 seconds left here in the 8th. High drama here at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. The champion, Deontei Uайлдер, his perfect record, his world championship on the line. They both, Uайлдер, trying to keep Ortiz off of him. A big straight left, backing up Uайлдер. And Uайлдер with a shot on the right side of the ear of Ortiz. To get closer. They want him to close the distance and go to the body. A straight left to the abdominal region of Uайлдер. Final 10 seconds of the 8th. A straight left again to the midsection of Deontei Uайлдер. And that's the end of the 8th as they both land at the belt.
No te me pares así. Haz tu trabajo. Okay. Haz tu trabajo, eso es. Jala tu aire. Jala tu aire. Jala tu aire, coño. Mira.
Listen.
Mañana no hay chance para esto. ¿Oíste? Mañana no
listen
hay
to me?
chance para esto. Ok, tranquilito.
Relax, relax.
This is your moment, JT. This is your moment to JT. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Come on, baby, come on. Keep that jab in your face. Keep that jab in your face. Let him chase you. Don't get on the rope. Let him chase you. That's some fire him up, all right? Come on.
Round 9. This one's scheduled for 12. You wonder on the scorecards how the judges have it. To some ringside observers, they have Ortiz ahead with a sizable lead. So it could very well be necessary for Deontei Uайлдер to get a finish here tonight in order to retain his WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. And also, there are lucrative, big money fights and paydays down the line if Uайлder is able to get past Ortiz. But the same can be said about Ortiz. A straight left to the abdomen of Ortiz, or by Ortiz to Uайлder. If you're Uайлder, you got to start to really reassert yourself. He's got to swing the fight in his favor, and he can do so with one punch. But he has 4 rounds remaining. And chance of Uайлder here at Barclays Center. This is the 3rd time Uайлder has main evented here at Barclays Center. The first 2 were highlight reel knockouts. One of Arthur Spuka, the second, a first round destruction of Bermain Stavern. Left hook that partially lands for Uylder. Ortiz this is his pace. This is the flow that he wants. But if you're Uylder, he's got to establish the jab. He hasn't been doing so. Big straight left by Luis Ortiz. And back comes Ortiz. And now Uylder popping the jab. Now he's getting loose. But Ortiz is getting the better of the exchanges. Uylder looked over at his left, I wonder, for a brief second, taking his eyes off of Luis Ortiz. And Ortiz, still, this is a round that is playing in his favor. Ortiz moves forward, and Uylder, his punch output has lessened. A big right hand, and it hurt Ortiz, and now Uylder is going on the attack again. And Ortiz seems to regather himself. My goodness, that one punch can change things completely. And Uylder again doing the big right hand, they exchange, and they throw after the bell.
He's hurt. Don't go out.
You want to stay away from the rope. As long as you're on the rope, that's when he just starts swinging. Stay away from the rope. Keep that jab in his face. Keep that jab in his face.
And here is some work from round 9. That big right hand by Uylder, and that started. Ortiz was off balance, but Uylder sensed that he was hurt. And you heard Mark Breland tell Deontei Uylder, stay off the ropes. That is when he does his best work. Stay off the ropes. And here is that clubbing left hook by Uylder, followed by the right hand. And Uylder is shaking his head. This could be the moment that Deontei Uylder becomes a global superstar if he's able to stop Luis Ortiz. This is his moment, his opportunity to prove that he is truly the best heavyweight in the world against a guy as dangerous as Luis Ortiz. Ortiz has given Uylder fits in this fight, but if Uylder can finish him off, that speaks volumes. And Uylder, they know in the corner, Mark Breland, JDs, they said to Uylder, you have him hurt. Let's go back on the attack. A left to the body of Ortiz. Ortiz is coming forward. And a big right hand. They both win. And now Ortiz seems hurt. Ortiz seems hurt. He's holding on. And they go down to the cameras. And no, that is a slip. But Ortiz looked over at his corner. And he knows he's hurt. Uylder connected with the sledgehammer right hand. And now Uylder is going back on the offensive. Uylder looking to close out Luis Ortiz. A big right hook by Uylder. Followed by a left hook by Uylder trying to close out Luis Ortiz. Uylder has Ortiz hurt. Midway through the 10th round. A big shot. Down goes Ortiz. And Uylder could be and make this the most triumphant title defense in his career. He had 70 seconds to finish off Ortiz. Can Ortiz hang on? A big right hand shakes Ortiz. Down he goes. Looks. Dave Fields. There. No uppercut. This one is over. He is the baddest man on the planet for a reason. He is Deontei Uylder. He is 40-0. smart. Anthony Joshua, you're up next when it comes to Joseph Parker. He is the baddest man on the planet. Is Deontei Uайлдер. What a performance. What a moment. What a spectacle. He fought and dealt with adversity in his face. And he finished off Lουίς Ортίς. What a performance by Deontei Uайлдер. Deontei Uайлдер, still the champion. What a performance. I am absolutely speechless by what we just saw. When he needed to use his power, when he needed to go out and hurt a guy who was fighting at his best, he went out and did it. That is why Deontei Uайлдер is so lethal. That is why he's the hardest puncher in the sport today. Deontei Uайлдер, the bronze bomber, and Lуис Ортис, he fought the most dangerous heavyweight right now in the world, and he gave him fits. But Mark Breland and JD's, at no point did you hear nervousness. Did they panic? Uайлдер went out there, he knew he had him hurt, and he finished him. He is a finisher, is Deontei Uайлдер. And he did it in not just good fashion, not just great fashion, but that was spectacular fashion. We are a couple miles away from Broadway, and you couldn't have drawn that up. And look at this, the sign of respect between the two, between Uайлдер and Ортис. What a heavyweight championship fight that they delighted us with.
It's all love, man. Tell you can come get it. Tell him. It's all love. Tell him come get it.
What a moment. We will be talking about March 3rd, 2018 for years to come as the moment that Deontei Uайлdер broke that ceiling, broke through that glass ceiling. This place is packed, and they were all packed into this building here at Barclays Center for that man, Deontei Uайлdер. He saw, he came, he had issues, but he conquered. Okay, so I just got word all three judges had the fight 85-84 for Deontei Uайлdер at the time of the stoppage. Now that is against what the media had the fight scored at ringside. But again, it doesn't matter because Uайлдер is still the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And again, you couldn't have written a better plot if you were Deontei Uайлder. And let's take a look at how all of this unfolded here. This is the first knockdown. You see Uайлdер steps in, boom, that right hand, followed by the left hook, and then another right hand. Look at the barrage of punches, and Ортис immediately, and he looked over at his corner at that moment. He went down, and here is another one of the knockdowns as Uайлdер steps inside. This is the first knockdown still. And Uайлdер, boom, that's what started it. Ортис was hurt, the left hook, and then Uайлdер sent him down to the canvas with that right hook on the temple. And this is again, and look at that, boom, right there. You cannot stand up to that. And the left hook on the ear, and then go into the canvas with his knees was Lуис Ортис. And here is the second knockdown as Uайлдер measuring Ортис. Boom! That right hand, it staggered Ортис. Another right hand by Uайлdер. Those downward motion, big right hands, sledgehammer right hands. The uppercut, that's what crumpled over Ортис. And referee Dave Fields had seen enough. His knockout percentage will no doubt go up, but my goodness, this is the second knockdown once again. That big right hand, and look at Uylder, sees that Ortiz is hurt, coming down again, and look at this. He just saw and sensed blood in the water, and he attacked. But look at this uppercut. You are gonna watch the uppercut right here. Boom! Nearly separated the head from the shoulders of Luis Ortiz. At that point, Dave Fields had no choice but to wave it off. Deontei Uylder, obviously very happy. He said he was going to do it. He went out and he fulfilled. And now here's Jimmy Lennon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time. 2 minutes, 5 seconds in round number 10. Our referee in charge, David Fields, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout and still the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontei Uylder.
And now he's standing by with Jim Gray.
Let him do this first.
Well, thank you very much. Deontei, congratulations. How would you describe this epic battle?
Thank you so much. Brooklyn! Man, I want to thank y'all guys so much for coming out and supporting me, man. This is my third time defending my title, and every time y'all showed up and showed out and showed me love, and I appreciate y'all guys. This just let you know that King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
How would you describe this battle? And we'll go chronologically, but you're a punch away from almost being done, and you somehow figured out a way to come back and sustain it all and win.
Well, you know, a true champion always find a way to come back, and that's what I did tonight. You know, Luis Ortiz is definitely a crafty guy. You know, you know, we already know he had the fundamental skills. You know, it showed, and he put up a great fight. You know, we know we had to wear him down, and he was a great opponent. And I showed everybody, you know, I can take a punch, this wasn't nothing, you know what I mean? That shows the heart to coming back. He did a wonderful job. When he leave tonight, he ain't got nothing to worry about. He can hold his head up high. He gave these fans tonight their money worth. It was an awesome fight, man. It was an awesome card. And my hat goes out to Luis Ortiz.
Let me ask you about the 7th round before we look at the end of the fight. Hey. All right. Hold on. Let's talk about the 7th round first. Deontei, you've thrown enough punches tonight, and we'll get security up here. Were you at the end almost? Did you feel like this could be the end of your undefeated reign and your championship maybe going away?
To be honest, no, I didn't. You know, he would hit me with furies of punches, but it wasn't hard. You know, it didn't have no sting on it. You know, it was just that he was throwing the combinations that knocked me off balance. Every time he was throwing, it was knocking me off balance. You know, and just had to get my range back. I had to get my fundamentals back, and I did that. You know, I showed that I was a true champion tonight, and here I am.
Let's take a look now at the end of the fight here in the 10th round, and tell us from your vantage point, as you saw it, what was going on here at the end.
Right now, we know he was ducking. We was scrapping it up. Oh my God. I just showed that I can punch in the inside as well too. You know, a lot of people don't think that I can fight in the inside, but I had to surprise them and show them. My grandma told me a long time ago I was anointed by God, and it shows each and every time. Now I can say there's no man that stepped in the ring that I haven't put on their ass, baby.
We've talked about it before. Do you now consider this the signature win that many felt that you needed?
Most definitely. You know, Luis Ortiz was one of those fighters that everybody ducked. Even champions ducked him. You know, I wonder why it took him so long to get a title shot, and we know the reason why now. You know, he put up a great fight.
He was a great contender, and man, my hat goes out to him, you know. I wanted to give him the opportunity, you know, to support his daughter. Me and him had a lot in common. His daughter suffered with something, my daughter suffered with something. So tonight was two fathers in the ring fighting for our daughter, baby. It don't get no better than that.
And now we move on to Anthony Joshua. He will fight Parker. That fight will be on Showtime here at the end of the month. You're going to go to the United Kingdom. You'll watch Anthony Joshua fight. What do you want to have happen after that fight? Would you like another fight? He's indicated perhaps he would like another fight, or are you ready for this to end and get it on between the two of you?
I'm ready right now. You know, I always said that I wanted to unify. My goal is to unify, and I'm ready whenever those guys are. It seems like they ain't in no rush to fight me because I am the most dangerous man in the world. I am the most baddest man on the planet, and I proved that tonight. This solidified my position at the top of the food chain, and soon there will be one champion, one face, one name, and he go by the name of Deontei Uайлдер.
Do you think Parker can win that fight?
I think partner got a 100% chance of winning that fight. He just had to be smart and stick with the game plan. In this ring, it's not about how much a person weighs. It's not about how big a person's muscles is. It's all about that heart, that dog that he gonna bring to the fight. And you gotta believe in yourself. Like I said, if you speak it, believe it, you'll receive it, baby. It's just like that. Your mind is very powerful. The universe is very powerful. Speak things into it. It'll come to you, baby. You speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. And it shall be yours.
And indeed it was. Congratulations, Deontei.
Thank you so much. I love you guys, baby. Bomb Squad!
Felix will translate for us. First of all, ask Luis, how is he?
¿Cómo te sientes en este momento, Luis?
No, me siento bastante bien. Nada, lo que sucedió fue un golpe, no se esperó.
No, I feel fine. I just, you know, I did receive a right hand, but I'm okay.
In the 7th round, you were perhaps just one punch away from ending this fight, and Deontei was in tremendous trouble. Did he feel at that time that he was going to win the fight and knock him out?
En el 7º asalto estaba en problemas Deontei Uайлдер. Hasta una izquierda más hubiese terminado la pelea. ¿Tú pensabas que iba a ganar la pelea en ese entonces?
Nada, estuve haciendo el trabajo que mi esquina me mandó a hacer. Nada, en este deporte un golpe termina una pelea. Uno nunca sabe lo que pasa.
I was hearing to the directions that my corner was giving it to me, and in this sport, any punch could end the fight.
It was pointed out by both Paulie and Al Bernstein that he was controlling the real estate tonight, that he had control of position in the ring. What happened so that he lost that control on those big shots that he gave up, particularly those right hands, in both the 5th and 10th round?
Paulie y Al Bernstein, los comentaristas de Showtime, dijeron que tú estabas controlando lo que es el ring, la venas raíces en el ring. ¿Qué pasó en ese 10º asalto que ya él tomó control?
Nada, estábamos haciendo otro trabajo, un descuido. Nada más, en el ring puede pasar cualquier cosa. Lo que sucedió fue
in the ring, anything could happen, and it was just, you know, a point where he just missed, and that's when he struck.
It's the first loss of your career, Luis. What would you like to do now?
Es tu primera pelea que pierde. ¿Qué vas a hacer ahora?
Nada, darle las gracias a Dios por la oportunidad que se nos dio ahora por pelear por el título, por el WBC, a gente por habernos dado la posibilidad, y ya, nada, para adelante, ¿qué voy a hacer? Darle las gracias a Dios por esta pelea, ya que fuimos dos padres que estuvimos peleando por una niña con problemas, y nada, que Dios le dé lo mejor a nuestros hijos.
I want to thank, first of all, God for the opportunity that he gave me to fight here for the WBC, and also want to credit to Deontei Uайлдер. I know he has a daughter also with special needs, as do I, and it was two parents today, two fathers, battling it out for this title.
Thank you for your time, Luis. Great fight. Appreciate it. Thank you, Felix.
Well, what a night of action. As I was taken back and looking at what transpired, Deontei Uайлдер tonight, let's take a look back at the end of the fight. And here we see Uайлдер. He is the most dangerous finisher in the game. Ortiz hurt. Here the barrage of punches, and then wait on the uppercut, the right uppercut. Boom! That was the punch that decapitated Luis Ортис. And still, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world Deontey Uайлдер.